Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristen and I love to craft. Today we are going to be making a little ghost Halloween card, and the legs on it are going to be able to move. So I'm so excited to get started on this card. I have 3 paper pads that we are going to be working with today. This is the Solid Gold's matte stack. This one I got from Joann, and this one is Park Lane from Joann as well, and this one is from Michaels. These paper pads have a really cute palette in there. Like, these are perfect for spring, summer, but today we're going to be using them for Halloween. And then this one has a bunch of bright colors in it, and they could also be used for Halloween, summer, things like that, and even Christmas. Like this green right here would be perfect for a Christmas card. And then, let's see. But this pad is just so cute. And then this gold one I have used several times in many of my videos, and I'll just cut like a little piece of paper that way that I don't use like a whole sheet. But this paper pad is so cute. I love the chunky gold on here. This one's a really pretty paper piece, but we're going to be using all 3 of these paper pads. And then the size card for today is going to be A2, and then we're going to have a front panel. We're going to be using my Sizzix Big Shot. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have my Sizzix Big Shot here with my cutting plates. We're also going to be using this embossing folder. So I'm going to put the top panel in here, and I'm going to line it up as best as I can, about right there. And then I'm going to close it. So it gives you instructions on how to use a embossing folder. So I'll need the bottom plate, a clear plate, my embossing folder, and then another clear plate. And then I'm just going to roll it through. Okay, now let's take a look and see how it did. Now you can see where the dots have been embossed on the cardstock panel. So we are going to go ahead and start building up our card. Let's go ahead and set this to the side. Since there are quite a few pieces on this die set, I'm going to go ahead and run everything through my Sizzix Big Shot, and then I will be right back. So I have all of my pieces here. I do have my squeeze glue bottle. This has a precision tip, so it's easier to glue things down. And then I also will be using my wax tip for picking up the smaller pieces. And then this end is a pokey tool, so if a piece gets stuck in your die, you would use the tip of it and you would just push it through. I did cut out some extra pieces just in case I wanted to build up the card a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and move the dies out of the way. Okay, so we're just folding the card now. I did use my Cricut Air Explorer 2. That way that I could cut out everything really nice, and then I added the score line with my score tool. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to start building up the pumpkins, and I'm going to be using 3 layers for this one. So I'm going to add some glue to the top and then a little bit on the sides and bottom. And then I'm going to add it to the top. Make sure it's really nice and straight on there. Okay, and then I'm going to add the 3rd layer. Just like that. And if you see a little bit of glue coming out, it's just because I put maybe a little bit too much, but it dries clear. So we're going to let the pumpkin dry. And then I did want to build up the little paper bag because this gold is really thin. And so I just used a piece of cardstock in white, that way that I could layer it. So I'm going to put a few dots on there. And then let's get it on there really good so we can't see the white on the back showing. And here is the gold bag. I just love that gold paper pack. I think that that has been one of my favorites for, you know, just anything gold and sparkly. Okay, so I want to add on the back pieces of the legs. So for this one, let's glue just going to do a small strip. I know it's going to show through at first, but of course it dries very clear, so we won't really have to worry about that in the end. Okay, and here's what it looks like close up. You can see the purple peeking through. I think that that is just such a cute little touch to it. All right, for this ghost, I do want to layer all 3 layers, so let's go ahead and start gluing this one together. Have all 3 layers glued together. Now, it does have an extra arm to peek through the back, like right there. So I'm only going to glue one of those. I'm going to put a little dot of glue right here, and then let's put the arm on just like that, and then let's flip it over that way that we can kind of position it about right there. That looks great. Now let's add on the little strap to the pumpkin, and I'm going to try put a dot right there and a dot right there. And here's the little pumpkin bucket with the little handle, and I'm just going to take a piece of black cardstock and trim it down a little bit. Let's see, about right there. Let's cut off the back, and then just like that, we can go ahead and start gluing this one down. And let's go ahead and start building up our ghost. Of course, it's going to have the little moving feet. And so how we're going to do that is by adding on some pop dots. And let's see, I want the ghost about right there. So I'm going to add a pop dot to the middle. Just like that. And then you could see his little legs move around, which is so, so cute. Okay, so I'm going to peel up the backing of the pop dot, and I'm going to add another one. And we want to center that one on there and peel up the backing. Okay, and then we are going to add on the ghost. Just like that. And then I think I actually want to add some more pop dots to the back of the ghost. That way that it has just a little bit more dimension on there. And remember, if you're going to double layer it, then you need to double layer the ghost as well. That way that it doesn't bend or crinkle. So let's add it on just like that. And then you could see his little feet moving around. So I think that I actually don't like the amount of dimension that's on there, which is completely fine. It's easy to take off. And let's just go with one layer. I think that one layer would be perfect. Okay. We're going to peel up that backing again. Stick his little legs on there. And then it gives us more of an opportunity to add more dimension to the ghost on the back, since we didn't do that the first time. Okay, so let's peel off the backings. And now there we go. I think that that looks so much better. There's not as much of a gap on there, and his legs still move around really, really good. So that is absolutely cute. I love it so much. I want to add on the little pumpkin bucket. And let's see. I think that this little arm is supposed to pop out. For the bucket, we want to add on just a little piece of cardstock to the back. That way that it covers up the little eyes, mouth, and the nose. Want to trim it down maybe a little bit more. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that down. That looks so much better for the bucket. So his little arm pops out a little bit, and you can either glue it behind the arm. I'm just going to glue it on top. That way that it doesn't move around a lot. But it sort of looks like he's holding it. So I think that that is so cute. And then we need to add a few little treats to the bucket. I'm actually going to cut off the bottom of the treats. Let's do a teal sort of green color, and then let's do a purple. And I'm going to add some glue to the back of these. And it's going to look like it's hanging out of the bucket right there. Okay, we're also going to be adding on a little piece of black cardstock to the back of the gold bag. Put a little bit of glue down. Okay, I think I might actually need to trim down this corner a little bit. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to add some glue to the back and glue it down right there. And then I'm going to add in a few more treats. This time I'm going to do a pink one. And this one we can also put behind the bag. Since we just glued it down, it's easier to just pick it up. And then we can add on another purple. I think that we should probably just do 2 treats for this bag, and then we can add some treats to the bottom, kind of like a little candy trail. Okay, that looks good. Now we want to add on our little sentiment at the top. Now that we have our sentiment glued down, I want to go ahead and add just a little bit more extra to the card. Okay, I used these in my last video and I love them so much. And since we have a gold little treat bag here, I figured that it would be perfect to add on just a few of these little gems to the card. So I'm going to get out about 3. Okay, and then I want to glue them down. I'm thinking maybe over here. So I'm going to put down 3 little dabs of glue. There we go. Just a little extra. Okay, so now we're going to take our card and I'm going to add just a few foam dots to the back panel. And then I'm going to peel off the backs. And then let's go ahead and add on our top panel. And look how cute this card turned out. I love this one so much. I know that I say that about like all the cards that I make, but I just don't think that this one could get any cuter, especially with the little moving legs. That is just so stinking cute. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!